Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I just want those brothers and sisters who are taking the notes just to give you the references about the 5 prayers which I said. This is the commemoration and celebrations of Sayyidina Adam and other prophets. Imam Tahawi, I have already mentioned the whole thing, that these 5 times prayer, this is in commemoration and celebrations of various prophets, acts of worship of Sayyidina Adam alayhi salam. Imam Tahawi, he reports this from Imam Muhammad bin Aisha, and he relates this whole thing in Sharh Ma'anil Asar. Sharh Ma'anil Asar. This is one reference for Imam Tahawi. Another reference, Imam Ibn Abidin, Raddul Muhtar, volume 1, page 351. The names of different prophets have been given for various prayers. Sayyidina Adam, from Yaqub and Yunus and so on. So this is the second reference for the same thing which I have mentioned. All these 5 prayers are in fact the commemoration and celebrations of the various acts of worships and prayers of the Anbiya. The reference which I have given, that Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam commemorated and celebrated his own birthday, and which was not his aqiqah, it was done by Hazrat Abdul Muttalib. It is reported by Abdullah ibn Abbas radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. It comes in Ibn Asakir, Tarikh Dimashq Kabir, volume 3, page 32. So this is Ibn Asakir. Another reference, it comes in Sirah, Insanul Uyun Halabi, volume 1, page 128. The third reference for the same is Imam Suyuti, Kifayatul Talib, volume 1, page 134. Again, Abdullah ibn Abbas narrates the same. It comes in Al-Istiab fi Ma'rifatil Ashab by Imam Ibn Abdul Barr. The same reference of Holy Prophet's Aqiqah had already been done by Holy Prophet's grandfather. So that's why it cannot be repeated. Comes in As-Siqat. This is the book. Imam Ibn Hibban is the author. Volume 1, page 42. Again it comes by Imam Qurtubi in his book of Tafsir Al-Jami' li Ahkam al-Quran. The same comes in Zadul Ma'ad by Allama Ibn al-Qayyim, volume 1, page 81. And Holy Prophet's Aqiqah was done on 7th day after his birth. Comes in, and this is the Sunnah for everybody. This comes in Jami' as-Sahih, Jami' Imam Tirmizi, Al-Jami' Imam Tirmizi, Kitabul Dahi, Bab Min al-Aqiqah. And the reference of Imam Jalaluddin Suyuti, while interpreting this hadith, he categorically mentioned, but this was not Aqiqah, but this was the celebration of Mawlid, of birthday of Holy Prophet by himself. This reference comes in the book Imam Suyuti, Hasanul Maqsid, Fi Amal al-Mawlid, page 64 and 65. And hadith has been related by Imam Bayhaqi. And the reporter of hadith is Anas ibn Malik radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. He reports the celebration of the birthday Mawlid by Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself. Anas ibn Malik radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Anna an-nabiyya aqqa an nafsa ibad an-nubuwwah, means he sacrificed animals after his prophethood. And then he says, Ma annahu qad warada anna jaddahu Abdul Muttalib aqqa anhu fi sa'bi wiladatihi. As far as the Aqiqah is concerned, his grandfather had already done it on the 7th day of his birth. Wal aqiqatu la tu'adu marratan thaniya. And Aqiqah can never be celebrated twice. Like Nikah is not celebrated twice. Walima is not celebrated twice. Holy Prophet's Nikah was done before proclamation of his prophethood. When he was 25, when he married with Hazrat Khadijatul Kubra radiyallahu ta'ala anha, and after proclamation of his prophethood, he never repeated his nikah. The khutbah of nikah was done by Hazrat Abu Talib before proclamation of Nubuwwah, but it was never repeated. Walima was done by Hazrat Abu Talib, but it was after proclamation of Nubuwwah and promulgation of Islam. It was never repeated. So they say, if nothing was repeated after promulgation of Islam, why would he repeat his Aqiqah? So this sacrificial animals and this dinner and food, whatever he did, he said, وَيُحْمَلُ ذَلِكَ لَأَنَّ الَّذِي فَعَلَهُ An-Nabiyyu izharan li shukri ala ijadillah ta'ala iyyahu rahmatan lil alamin wa tashrifan li ummatihi kama kana yusalli ala nafsihi. فذلك ويستحب لنا أيضا إظهار الشكر بمولده باجتماع الإخوان وإطعام الطعام ونحو ذلك من وجوه القربات وإظهار المسرات. This is the whole wording of Imam Suyuti. He says, in the same way as Holy Prophet himself used to recite Darood on him, in the same way he made this celebration of his Mawlid Sunnah by his own act. That this was the day when he was raised for the humanity by Almighty Allah, and he was made Rahmatan lil Alameen. So Imam Suyuti says it is mustahab, it bears reward, and it is act of piety, and it is mustahab for us to commemorate and celebrate Holy Prophet's Mawlid. This would be an act of thankfulness and gratitude to Almighty Allah. By celebrating his birthday. And there should be ijtima'ul akhwan, there should be gatherings. It'amut ta'am, there should be dinners. And the same kind of activities which would provide you more love and nearness to Holy Prophet, and which will be which will explain more excitement on the birth of Holy Prophet ﷺ for the Muslims. And the last, the companions used to celebrate the same. Its reference is Fathul Bari. Al-Hafiz Imam Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani, he interprets the hadith of Sahih Bukhari and Muslim, the Muttafaq alayh, when the Habashi companions used to come every year to celebrate the Holy Prophet's arrival to Medina. And the arrival to Medina was the same day that was the birthday of Holy Prophet, 12th of Rabiul Awwal. So they used to celebrate on 12th of Rabiul Awwal in the mosque of Medina. And it is narrated by Imam Ibn Hibban also. Hafiz Ibn Asqalani gives in Al-Fathul Bari, chapter of the Sahih Bukhari and Muslim, regarding the playing and dancing of the Habashi people in the mosque. This is the chapter, the playing. And some scholars have used the word yarkosun. They used to dance in their own traditional way, having their swords in their hands. So there is a chapter in Sahih Bukhari and Muslim, and they used to play and do this activity of festival. And Holy Prophet ﷺ asked Aisha Siddiqa radiyallahu ta'ala anha, do you want to see them? She said, yes, Rasool Allah, I want to see them playing. And they were playing in the Masjid Nabawi. Holy Prophet ﷺ shut the door and asked her to stand behind me. The word of the hadith comes, Qadima Wafadul Habsha. They came Sahaba from Habsha. فَجَعَلُوا يَزْنِفُونَ وَيَلْعَبُونَ وَفِي رِوَايَةٍ يَرْقُصُونَ. They were dancing and playing and dancing in their own traditional, respectful way. And they were celebrating the arrival of Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Imam Ibn Hajar Asqalani says in Fathul Bari, the arrival of Holy Prophet happened on the day of 12th of Rabiul Awwal, the day of the Mawlid of Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Almighty Allah joined all the days in single day. So Imam Asqalani says they used to come every year, and there was a gathering of companions in the mosque and outside the mosque, and the kids and children used to gather, and they used to do yazfinuna wa yarkusuna wa yalabun. This was a festival on celebrating Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam's coming. And Holy Prophet asked us Aisha Siddiqa to stand behind him, and he was standing in front of her, and she also watched behind him from the door. And then he asked, you want to see them more or let us finish? He said, no, I want to see more. This is hadith of Sahih Bukhari and Muslim. And Imam Bukhari has made the caption. And the same day the ladies used to come to Aisha Siddiqa in his house, and they used to play with daf, and they used to sing the songs with daf. So there were many events of celebrations. And Imam Asqalani says that they used to come every year in the mosque. This was in fact the commemoration and celebration of the reception of Holy Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam. So these are the basic arguments and evidences where the celebration of Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam's birthday or arrival becomes the sunnah of the companion, sunnah of the Holy Prophet, and the sunnah of Almighty Allah. through Quranic commandments. Because I wanted to give you these references. Thank you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.